All right, light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. Let's see who else is awake and alive out there tonight. All right, happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Welcome to it. If you're new here, my name is Matt. We are Halloween Daily News, and this is Michael Myers Monday Live, our weekly gathering with fellow Halloween movie franchise fans and Michael Myers fanatics and everything in between, where we geek out about all things Michael Myers, go over the week's news, get hyped for Halloween ends, and most of all, just enjoy some good conversation here in the live chat. So if you're new, welcome. And to all of my returning friends, what's up, everybody? Happy Michael Myers Monday. We made it through another week, through another Monday. And like I always say, that in itself is reason enough to celebrate. So I'm going to have a drink. You're welcome to, but it's certainly not required. And again, I'm going to wish you all a happy Michael Myers Monday. It is great to be back. We missed a Monday last week. We did do a live HDN live on Tuesday to kind of make up for it. I appreciate all of you that joined me for that. But it's been a wild couple of weeks, and but it is great to be here, great to be back, and hanging with you guys. So I'm going to have a drink and turn over here to the live chat room and see what's happening. I already see some familiar names and faces popping up in there. So again, welcome everybody and happy Michael Myers Monday to you all. Excellent, excellent. Let's see. Let me scroll back up here to the top. I see Solid Saturn, one of the first ones in here. AC Fall Guy, one of our channel members. I love it. Think about joining the Halloween Daily Club, y'all. You can get cool custom emojis and badges like AC Fall Guy has, like Patrick Ring has. I see in here. It's only $5 a month, guys, and you get some videos early. And most of all, you helps us keep the lights on around here and keep operations going here at HDN, and we really appreciate it. Eventually, there'll be members-only events every now and then. But again, if you're not a member, though, it doesn't change anything that you're getting here for free. David Suber, of course, in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Eric is here as well. Welcome, Phil. Awesome. Great to see you. Halloween fanatic Jenny in the house. Michael L. is here. Megan Wagner, welcome. Christopher Bell, awesome, standing by. I love it. Like I said, Patrick Ring, Rob Windsor, of course. Thank you for being here. The overcaffeinated fellow in the house tonight. Who else is down here? Another Christopher put up my Halloween decor today. You are one of us. You're in the right place. I love it. It's never too early and never off season here at Halloween Daily. That's what we're all about. So you got it. Let's see. Julie is in the house as well. Thank you for joining us. Jason Yost, thank you as well for joining us. Lots of familiar names and faces. Darlene, awesome. Thank you for the compliment. Yep, rocking my purple Walmart special here. It took me like all year last year to track one down, and everybody else had one and was finding them at their local Walmart. I finally found one in our travels eventually, but yeah, the purple Walmart special. Thank you for noticing. I love it. Michael Myers in the house as well. Eugene has checked in. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so it looks like we got a pretty good crowd filtering in here this week. Again, it's not going to be a huge late show. We've got a little bit of Halloween Ends news, not much, but there is just a little bit we're going to talk about. We've got a lot of different merch reveals and announcements and stories we're going to talk about regarding the franchise and some new stuff. And then we're going to premiere a new video clip package from Scares That Care Charity Weekend featuring our friend, the one and only, the legend, the Scream Queen herself, the great Danielle Harris. And that's coming up a little bit later on. And then, of course, we'll do some Triple M shout-outs and see what else we get into. Mainly, like I said, it's kind of a laid-back week. It's not jam-packed. There was some news last week. We'll recap just a little bit. But we're here to have the conversation. So if you've got questions, comments, don't be shy. Jump into the live chat. Let me hear from you. I'll do my best to get to you. I can't promise I'll get to everybody. Don't take it personal if I don't. But I'll do my best. And if not, then definitely drop a comment down below, and I'll get to you after the fact, after we're done with this live. So I appreciate you all being here. Phil says, met Brad Laree and Tom Jones Jr. Awesome, dude, at Flashback Weekend. That is amazing. Yeah, we're going to see Brad Laree in about a month in Hampton, Virginia at the Haunted Screams Expo. Very excited to see him again. Had the pleasure of meeting him for the first time in 2018 at the 40 Years of Terror event in Pasadena. And I did interview him there. It was a brief interview right there on the spot on the convention floor. He was cool enough to give us a few minutes of his time to talk about getting the role of a lifetime in Resurrection. I didn't think to link it down below, but you can find that anytime at HalloweenDailyNews.com. Just search Brad Laree on there. But yeah, he's awesome. And again, if you haven't met him, think about joining us in about a month, Hampton, Virginia Haunted Screams Expo. HauntedScreams.com, you can learn about it. Or, again, we've got a big article about it at HalloweenDailyNews.com. But Brad's awesome. Tom Jones Jr., who portrayed our new Loomis in HK, I've never had the pleasure of meeting him yet. I certainly hope to. But that's amazing that you got to meet them this past weekend. We also had a great weekend this past weekend. Again, many of you know, not this past weekend, but last weekend, before this past weekend, we were in Williamsburg, Virginia for the annual Scares of Care Charity Weekend. And again, I'll be talking just a little bit more about that, recapping that a little bit later on the show. But so it's been wild, and it is kicking off kind of our summer tour of conventions in a way. You're going to hear me plug in these other two events that we're going to be at a lot. The next one's coming up really soon in like 2 weeks. It's Mad Monster Expo. And I was going to talk about this at the end of the show, but since we're plugging Haunted Screams Expo now, I'm going to go ahead and plug Mad Monster Expo right now as well, because this does tie into everything else we're going to talk about later. They're having a mini Halloween reunion right there, and specifically a 40th anniversary Season of the Witch reunion. But it's not just Season of the Witch alumni. There's currently 5 Halloween franchise alumni announced for the show. Well, that's not even true. Dee Wallace is also there, and she's a franchise alumni as well, so 6 total. But from the original 1978 Halloween, coming to Mad Monster Expo in about 2 weeks in Concord, North Carolina, Tommy Lee Wallace, as well as our friend Sandy Johnson. From Halloween 2, Dick Warlock. And from Halloween 3, again, Tommy Lee Wallace, writer-director, Dick Warlock, of course, stunt coordinator and the assassin, as well as the film stars Tom Atkins and Stacey Nelkin. Again, 5 huge alumni, plus Dee Wallace from Rob Zombie's Halloween remake, 6 Halloween franchise alumni. This is like a mini 44 years of terror, if you will, because next year there'll be the 45 years of terror for the 45th anniversary of the original film and the whole franchise. But this is a pretty awesome gathering, and that's just Halloween franchise guests. Again, the ET reunion that we just witnessed in Williamsburg, it's going to be recreated to a certain extent. Dee's going to be there. Henry Thomas is going to be there. Robert McNaughton is going to be there. Butch Patrick, I'm so excited to meet him, hopefully for the first time at this event. Of course, Eddie Munster in the original Munsters, and now he is appearing in Rob Zombie's feature reboot. So anyway, if you're in the area and can make it to either of those events, we are going to be there. We will have a table at both of them. We're going to be providing exclusive coverage of the entire weekend at both of those events. So come see us, come hang with us. And if you do see us, like some of you did at Williamsburg, it was really cool. A couple of you did exactly what I asked. You pulled me aside. You said, hey, I watched the channel. I appreciate it. I love the Mondays. And again, that just means everything. And I know I probably running around looking preoccupied and all, but man, it definitely meant a lot. And it means a lot every time. So yeah, I look forward to connecting with some of you guys at these upcoming conventions. All right, again, I was going to save that for the end of the show, but we'll go ahead and get it out the way now. That's the next 2 events we're going to be at. So come join us at those. And keep an eye out for more Scares That Care coverage, including our Danielle Harris Q&A that's coming up later on tonight, and lots more from that event. Again, I'm getting a little bit out of order, but who cares, right? We're live. It's Monday night, and we're just going with the flow. So happy Michael Myers Monday. David says, Butch is cool. Met him before. Solid Sadness says, I wish Andy Matichek would do cons. Yeah, I don't think she's done any yet. But, again, I would say the time that might be most likely to happen, if it were to happen, would probably be next year at that 45th anniversary, 45 years of terror. We know that Malik is already talking to Sean Clark about putting it together. It's going to happen. And we were at that 40th anniversary, and it was just such a monumental gathering. I'm already like trying to figure out how we can make it out there again, because we just cannot miss the 45th. It was just so great, and we met many of you out there as well, and it was awesome. So I have no doubt it's going to be epic. And it was actually James Jude Courtney and Rhian Reese's, both of their first ever convention appearance that weekend, and it was really cool to be there. Like literally, as they're like coming to their tables for the first time, as the very first people are already waiting in line to get their autographs from them. And again, I'm getting sidetracked. Some of you might remember this. We were actually standing right there when Nick Castle came running over from his table to literally welcome James Jude Courtney into the franchise, into the convention world, into being the Shape, Michael Myers. It was a magical moment, and we caught it on video, and you can find it elsewhere on this channel. Just search it out. And from the 40 Years of Terror event with James Jude Courtney and Nick Castle. It was an awesome moment that we captured back in 2018. All right, didn't mean to get off on all of that, but it is going to be epic. All right, Patrick Ring and Brett Patrick are going to be out at Monster Mania this weekend. Awesome. Jim, the video vlog guy, is here. Want to meet Danielle Harris. Yeah, she's awesome. It was great seeing her again at Scares That Care. Erica loves the show, The Monsters, the show and the cast. Yeah, many of you may know, but I recently binged all of the original episodes, prepping and getting ready for this new feature film version. All right, give me 1 second, guys. All right, here we go. We are back live. Let's see. Rob says going to 45 Years of Terror. Have to attend that for sure. And the 50th, yeah, that's looking down the road. But yeah, that, I mean, after going to that 40th, it's so hard to imagine not going. Let's see. Saturn says, talked with Sean Clark about why Andy doesn't do conventions, and he simply said that she doesn't want to. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just, obviously she could get booked easy enough, and of course would make a ton of money there. But yeah, I think, it's just a decision that they're not into it right this minute. All right. Usually I like to do a little show and tell, and I don't have much to show and tell, but in our travels at Scares That Care Charity Weekend Horror Convention, which and again, I'm getting off track, but there's a lot's happened since we've gathered, and there's been a lot going on. It's really extra bittersweet because I'm here processing all the photos that we took from the event, and editing the video that I shot at the event. And we're cataloging, Sue's cataloging all of our inventory of what we sold and didn't sell at the event, and then just days ago, literally, it was announced that the Scares That Care charity organization is actually pressing pause and indefinitely discontinuing their charity weekend horror event. Um, the charity's not going anywhere. They're going to keep operating. I guess it just, budgetary wise and all the work it takes to put on a convention, which is obviously no small task. They just determined that it wasn't feasible to go on doing that. They're going to do other fundraisers, other smaller, like 1 day events, not full 3 day horror convention productions like that. And I'm sure they'll appear at other events like Mad Monster and so forth, as they always have. So again, a little bit bittersweet to even be talking about this, but we did have an amazing time nonetheless. This was their 8th year. It was our 3rd time participating and attending. It was our first time where we actually had a table and had a booth upstairs. Room J, as David Super reminded me, J for Jack-o'-lantern. I like that. So anyway, we didn't have a whole lot of time to shop, unfortunately, and we rarely do. But if you saw my live walkthrough from the very first day, we're going through the vendor floor, and Sue actually, it's my wife, so she knows what I'm always looking for, and she actually spotted this, and we did end up purchasing it. And the vendors, Mischief Night Collectibles, they had it priced at $25, and they actually gave us a little break and gave it to us for $20. And it's pretty awesome because you guys know I am a sucker for the Myers figures. I gotta have all the pops. And regular viewers know what this is. This is, in fact, the new 2022 release. Entertainment Earth exclusive, blacklight painted Halloween 78 officially licensed Michael Myers Funko Pop vinyl figure. And of course we had to pick this up. I haven't ordered one yet. Kind of confusingly, it's an Entertainment Earth exclusive, and yet Entertainment Earth, they have it on back order online right now. So I've actually linked a Amazon affiliate link down in the description of this video, in case you haven't got yours yet and want to get your hands on one. You can click that link and order it. It's priced at $20 there as well. And you guys know how this goes. I'm going to open this guy. I just haven't had a chance to yet. And I'll photograph him and shoot a little bit of video of him in the package first, and then out of the package. And then we'll share that and take a look at him unboxed next week. But I wanted to go ahead and show him off to you. Let's see if I can get him in focus a little bit better. The autofocus there. That's got him a little bit. And one interesting thing that I noticed about him, well, first of all, it is officially licensed from John Carpenter's Halloween 78, which is notable only because Funko collectors might recall that in recent years, the Myers releases have been generally officially licensed from Halloween H2O. I know a lot of people don't care about this stuff, but I always find it interesting which actual film they are using the license. But, I think it was starting with last fall with that the release of Michael with the Myers house, which is actually the Myers house, North Carolina, by the way. But it reverted back to Halloween 78. And even more interesting, I found that, again, I don't keep my Funkos or most of my figures in the packaging, but I do save the packaging. Weirdly, I save the empty packaging in like storage and stuff. But this number up here, and I rarely ever even pay attention to the numbers, but I've just always thought it was kind of cool that the original Myers Funko Pop, released about a decade ago, was number 3 in the original movies collection of Funko Pops. And this being a recreation of that in the new Blacklight series, which is kind of Funko's, one of their new lines that they've launched in 2022. I do find it kind of cool that it is literally a recreation right down to being numbered 03 again. And I imagine it was probably the 3rd in the Blacklight series as well. So, again, I will be opening him, and we'll take a look at him, a closer look at him with some much better HD showcase video that I'll shoot later on this week, and I'll have him unboxed next week, and we can take a little closer look. And I am gonna bust out a blacklight and try to shoot some actual blacklight lit video, some black lit video with him, and see how he actually works under the conditions that he's apparently designed for. I know a lot of people are like, why? Just why? Why? It's not scary. It's not movie accurate. It's not any of that. But again, I mean, I know Patrick Ring and many collectors like Patrick and myself. I mean, I'm addicted to this type of stuff, and not all Funko Pops, but I love the Michaels because there haven't actually been a ton. In recent years, there have been more there, but it took a long time to get any new Michaels. But we got a couple here recently, and this is one of the new 2022s. All right, so that's that. Patrick says definitely his favorite pop so far, his favorite Myers pop. And again, Patrick is a fellow collector like myself. He makes his collection dwarfs mine. But yeah, I mean, that says a lot when Patrick says favorite pop so far. It's so different. And you might have seen our previous report where they announced the orange tinted Michael, which to me it looks like, I first saw it, I was like, that's like Hannibal Lecter or something. It was just kind of weird seeing him like that, and almost flesh colored and not like the pale white. Of course, I'm gonna have to own that one as well. You got to get it. And the other thing is that you got to give it to Funko is they are affordable. You know, they keep them low priced, and it's because they're not reinventing the wheel with every one of these figures. But that being said, and also I thought it kind of tied in because this is not quite blacklight, but a little bit blacklight flavored here tonight. So anyway, there we go with that. Let's see. Over Caffeinated says, can't wait for the orange one, the Walmart exclusive. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The orange one. It is definitely, I mean, of course I'm going to have to own it. And the cool thing is that it's based off of, normally they're doing artists I've seen, and they're recreating their album covers. But this is recreating not just the DVD cover or the soundtrack cover of John Carpenter's Halloween, but specifically that VHS cover that came with that orange tinted, case. So that's what they are recreating here, and of course I'm going to have to own that one too. That's a Walmart exclusive. Yep. Darlene says, love to get one. Yeah, like I said, I put the link to Amazon down below. There was about a dozen or so in stock when we started tonight. So, yes, Christopher is asking if it glows under blacklight. Like I said, I've not hooked up a blacklight and actually tested it myself. Patrick can give you the answer right now, but I'm assuming it does. We're going to test it out, though. Aha. Rob's talking about the Michael bobblehead with the hedge. Yeah, we're going to talk about that next. Let's go into that right now. No, not that yet. All right, so here's that Amazon listing, just so you can see. So you can see here, 10 left in stock currently at this listing, and I did put that in the description of this video. All right. So yeah, you mentioned the new Michael Myers bobblehead. Let's talk about these other new March releases that have come to light in recent days. Many of you know that Spirit Halloween is unveiling their 2022 products and their exclusive stuff that you're only going to find either in their stores or on their website. And most of their big stuff, their big animatronics and inflatables, has already been revealed and put out there, but they're still filtering out some of it and a lot of the smaller items as well, including a lot of the officially licensed stuff from movies like John Carpenter's Halloween. And so I did an article a few days ago about one of these new items, which has already sold out, apparently, as of this recording. So, if you got one, congrats, because I didn't order mine yet. If they don't get them back in stock online, I'm gonna have to hunt one out in the wild and hopefully find one in the wild. But what I'm talking about is this new bobblehead recreating one of the most iconic scenes in the original Halloween. And here it is. It is Michael Myers and the Hedge. And this bobble is a Spirit Halloween exclusive, priced at $36.99. But unfortunately, as you can see here, I just refreshed the page and he is currently sold out. Now, he just went on sale a few days ago on the website. And I didn't really want to say too much before being able to share this info with you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I usually like to try to give you guys first dibs on things like this when I hear about it. But, you know, it was out there. And so I did publish the article on the website. We did share it a few places. And is HDN the reason why Spirit has already sold out on this bobblehead? I don't know. I'm not going to claim all that. Because, in fact, you might have seen Jamie Lee Curtis herself also shared an image of this very bobblehead today. And I'm sure that also helped with this sellout. Now, truth be told, very often things are sold out on the Spirit website and then they come back in stock. So it very well could be restocked there online. We'll keep an eye on it. If you're trying to order one, I would urge you to keep an eye on it. But in any case, there should be some at your local Spirit Halloween store this season, which are going to start opening here in the next few weeks. So it's, you know, there you go. That's certainly going to be one of the absolute hottest items from Spirit Halloween. A few years ago, it was the Michael Myers greeter. We were lucky enough to get ours. It was a very hot item, and more recently, like I said, they had that pop with the Myers house. It's technically the Myers house, North Carolina. Very hot item from Spirit as well. All right, so here, check out the packaging there. And I think the actual packaging does state that it's a Spirit Halloween exclusive somewhere on there. But this is just too cool. I mean, there's Michael. He's on the base. I mean, if you've seen, we own a couple of these. This is produced by Royal Baubles. And they really do produce really good bobbleheads. They are heavy duty, super detailed, heavy resin. And they come mounted on these bases. If you've seen, we own a couple of them. We own Michael Myers with the sheet and Bob's glasses. And we also own the young Michael Myers clown bobble. Both are made by Royal Baubles, the same company that made this. And you can see, I mean, it's a figure with the head that bobbles, but it comes with this hedge. And speaking of Halloween 40 Years of Terror in 2018, I mean, if you were there, like us, you probably took the tour, Sean Clark's Horror's Hallowed Grounds tour, and if you did, then you too stood at this very hedge, making it that much more of a must-own. But again, as of this broadcast, it is currently sold out online. They will be in stores. They may be restocked online. In any case, if you were able to get one, I can't wait to see your photos. Be sure to tag us on socials when you share it. And let us know if you did snag one or if you plan to at your local Spirit Halloween store this year. All right, I'm going to turn over here to the live chat for just a minute while you guys are checking out this new bobblehead. Jason Yost asking if there's any H4 decorations. Well, it's funny you should ask. I don't know if you're referring to this or not, but we do have in stock at our own online store, HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. These Halloween 4 wall decor sets. They include 4 different pieces. You might get some glimpses of. There's Loomis there, right over there. It comes with 4 pieces total, including this Jamie Lloyd. It's only $10 for 4 pieces like this, and it's the old school vintage cardboard cutouts. They are for sale. So there's some H4 decor for you. If you don't own that, you got to get that, and you can't get those at. Well, I can't say you can't. They might have them this year, but they're not on the Spirit website right now. They are on HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop right now, and we've also got some Halloween 4 air fresheners as well. So I hope that kind of answers your question. Rob agrees. Michael almost looks like Hannibal Lecter with the orange, but he is cool. Got on pre-order. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to get it for sure. Like I said, I mean, I own all of the Myers Pops, with the exception of a couple variants that, I don't have the glow in the dark of the original yet. And there's a few other variants that I don't own quite yet, but I own some version of each of the releases. David's already got one coming. Rob says we'll check on that wall decor in your store. Awesome. Yeah, please do. And we got tons of wall decor, and they're all super reasonably priced. They're all super reasonably priced. But yeah, I mean, if you're an H4 fan, you got to have it. We sold a lot of that at Scared to Care because, again, Danielle was a special guest there. Yes, Spirit has the canvas face. Yes, I was just, you see, you guys can read my mind sometimes. Yeah, we were just going to look at that next. Talking about the new merch And I do want to bring to your attention a couple of other new items. There's not much new listed. Um, there's my mug. I'm going to have to replace that. Y'all remember that was the one I used every week here on Michael Myers Monday Live before it fell and broke tragically. Um, so a lot of previously released items. The sleigh pillow is back. The Halloween Night Massacre Haddonfield Herald newspaper headline is back. Some of the signs. That Myers tombstone is back, which is cool. If the Judith Myers tombstone returns, I'll definitely be snatching that up this year. The Faces of Michael Myers fleece blanket, interesting because, again, that is very much like my original mug. But if you'll remember that mug, and you can see it right there, that mug is clearly a Resurrection mask, and it was licensed from Resurrection. Here they're doing the exact same gimmick, but clearly licensed from Halloween 2. You can't see it very well right there, but right there, down there in the corner, is Halloween 2. There's also that Michael Myers knife sign, which I don't believe has been available online before that I remember. It might have been in store only. There's the Curse of Michael Myers fleece blanket, which again might have been an in-store only item until now. There's a new set of 2 Michael Myers pint glasses, officially licensed from Halloween 2, with 2 different designs there. And yes, there is a brand new Michael Myers mask canvas for $23, and we can check on the actual dimensions of that. Okay, it is 16 by 12. Pretty cool. And again, I will put a general affiliate link to the Halloween franchise collection available from Spirit Halloween at spirithalloween.com in the description of this video. Or you can just, I'll put that down there. All right. Let's see. Rob got the knife at Spirit, got the towels. Yep, we got the dish towels as well. You got the pint glasses. Awesome. Patrick says his bauble is due to arrive tomorrow. Excellent. I await your review and your take on it. I'm sure it's going to be great. Like I said, I own those other 2 Royal baubles, and they are really quality figures, collectibles. I was very impressed with them both, so I have no doubt that this one is going to live up to that. And props to Royal Baubles for picking out some of our favorite scenes. I mean, Linda's death is my favorite kill in the entire franchise. You know, Michael in the sheet, the Bob glasses, see anything you like, the whole thing. You know, it's everything. It's everything that I love about this franchise. And it's Michael being playful and just wickedly evil, and yeah, it's great. And who doesn't love the young Michael Myers? You know, the clown. I mean, we don't have enough of that. That's a pop figure I'm waiting to see. And I'm honestly shocked. I've said this before. I love all the Myers variants we are getting now, finally, thankfully. Excuse me. But why no young Michael Myers? Why no Jamie Lloyd, for that matter? Why no Loomis, Laurie? Okay, I can understand maybe it's a likeness thing, even though Pops don't even try to make the likeness like the actor, so why that would be an issue, I don't know, but maybe it is. But okay, then how about the H3? The Silver Shamrock trick-or-treaters. Where's the Pops of those? Again, I'm not complaining, we're finally getting a lot of cool Myers variants, you know, but for years there was 1,000 different Freddys and 1,000 different Pennywises and 1,000 different Jasons, and they're all great, but I was like, you know, there was that one Michael until we finally started getting a couple different variants in the last couple of years. But anyway, again, I digress. You guys tell me what you think. Rob says they also had sweatshirt of Myers. Awesome. David's got one coming too. Hell yeah. I'm not surprised. That sounds about right. Rob says it doesn't say Spirit exclusive on the packaging. Interesting. Well, in that case, I wonder if it will remain a Spirit exclusive or really is. But yes, shoot me a pic. That'd be awesome. I'd love to check it out. Very cool. Jenny's asking if I've seen the Halloween backpacks. Saw them in Spencer's. Just wondering if yes, I did see. Oh, you sent us some pictures on Instagram. I don't think I've seen those. I will check those out though. Thank you for sending those. I do remember seeing a backpack because we did stop on the way back from Scares That Care at a mall. We did go into a Hot Topic and a Spencer's, and I do remember seeing they had some cool backpacks. And I think there was a Myers one in there. I know there was a Chucky, I believe a Ghostface. I might have seen a Myers one in there. There was a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool trick or treat stuff as well. But I will check our Instagram messages as soon as I'm done here. Thank you for sending that, though. Let's see. Christopher works at a Spirit in Charlotte, looks like. Excellent. We're going to be out your way in just a few weeks for Mad Monster. Might have to come see you at that Spirit, actually, because that might be my first time being around a Spirit, and you should be open by then. In fact, let me know if you do know what day you guys are opening that Charlotte store. I guess you're already open. Never mind. Never mind. What am I saying? You've already answered my question. I guess you're already open. Awesome, Jenny. Yes, I will check that as soon as we are done here. Thank you. That is great. Christopher Oxentine has also checked in. Didn't see the sweatshirt at my Spirit today. Okay, you were at Spirit today. Awesome. Yeah, I got a shirt from Spirit last year. It's the one with the big H on it, Michael, and like the little kids. Scotty Cole checking in for a bit. Welcome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Christopher's never seen a Michael Myers stocking beanie hat. I think I have seen that. I want to say I have. Curse of Michael Myers. I think it's Spirit, right? Am I tripping, guys? You guys tell me. I think I remember seeing that though. Very cool. All right, so there is tons of merch out now and coming out now, and that is not just limited to our to what we've already talked about. Of course, we are going to get some of that highly anticipated Halloween Ends merch very soon. So, we're talking about new 2022 Myers-related releases. And it's just a matter of time before we get some Halloween Ends merch. And we got just a little bit of taste of some of that a few days ago when Fright Rags shouldn't come as a surprise, of course, but they're going to follow up their Halloween 2018 collection, or Halloween Kills collection, with, of course, a Halloween Ends officially licensed collection of t-shirts and other apparel, and who knows what other items might be coming. They made a post on social media a few days ago reconfirming this and offering up just a couple of details, kind of announcing that the announcement is coming soon and revealing that the reveal is coming soon and that pre-orders are going to be starting up, I believe, in September. So we're going to take a look at that right now. And they did give us a tiny little glimpse at some of the new artwork that's going to be featured in one of the shirts. So let's head over there to Instagram right now. Some of you may have already seen this. Fright Rag says, "Come in, get me, motherfucker." You know the line from the trailer. Fright Rag says that their officially licensed Halloween Ends collection pre-order will begin in September, and they go on to answer a couple questions about that eventual pre-order, such as, will you get your shirts in time for the premiere on October 14th, or I guess October 13th for preview night on Thursday the 13th? And the answer is yes. They'll be doing a pre-order release during the first week of September that will allow them to take orders for a limited time and print and ship them by the end of the month. So once again, as they did in 2021 with the HKs, even with all the shipping delays and everything happening, I mean, I had my HK t-shirts in time to wear one to my first viewing at the theater of Halloween Kills. And it sounds like that exact plan is in place. And I believe it was about a 1 week pre-order that they did. And they're stating here that that's going to be happening in just about 1 month. The first week of September. That's when those pre-orders are going to be placed for this new HN's collection. They also add that if you miss that pre-order window, while your tees won't necessarily arrive in time for the premiere, you'll still be able to order these designs when the collection is officially released on October 4th. At that point, all the pre-orders will have shipped, and there will be time to order and receive these shirts. Also, before the movie opens, is what they are saying within that 10-day window. Now, I don't know if that takes into account the post office delays. Like, our local post office never gets anything overnight, even when it's supposed to be. But that's another story. But so pretty exciting that this pre-order is coming. Again, it shouldn't come as a surprise. Last year they released about 5 or 6 different HK designs. I ended up grabbing 2 of them for myself. One is the Halloween Kills movie poster, because I had previously purchased the 2018 movie poster from Fright Rags, so I had to get that for matching, and I'll probably have to do it for Ends as well. But and the other one I got was the Evil Dies Tonight kind of main image that they used in their marketing for that collection. Now, that image was done by Justin Osborne. He's the artist. And this teaser that Fright Rags put out a couple days ago does offer a very, very quick sneak peek at Justin Osborne's incredible new design for the new movie. And they kind of lead up to it by reminding us of some of his earlier designs, starting with this design from officially licensed from John Carpenter's Halloween, 1978. And then you might remember he also did this t-shirt design, released as part of the Halloween 2018 collection. And here is that Halloween Kills design. You've seen me wear this t-shirt design here on Michael Myers Monday plenty of times, and will plenty more. I love this t-shirt. It's an awesome design. And then here, just very ever so briefly, we get the smallest little taste of what his HN's design will be. And we really don't get much of the design itself as far as what's down below, but it will obviously be in keeping with the previous 3 designs, whereas it is the title treatment at the top, the mask in the same center position, and then a montage of some of our primary characters and some action down below. And even the action down below is not going to be limited exactly to events in the film. If you'll remember, that HK design actually features a faceless, nameless, generic Haddonfield character carrying a torch. And while we do see a lot of interesting weapons in HK carried by a lot of different characters, including in Iron carried by one woman, we do not see anybody carrying a torch, literally. So there is some artistic license in there. I think it totally works. It harkens back to like Frankenstein and the Frankenstein creature being chased by villagers with torches. And yeah, while it doesn't literally happen in the movie, it definitely kind of captures some of that vibe of the movie. So what's beneath this mask design may or may not contain imagery directly derived from the film itself. It might just be inspired by, and in any case, I'm okay with that because I love Justin Osborne's designs in these previous collections. And it does give us a brief glimpse at the mask here, at least an artistic rendition of it. And here you can see it again, slightly better look. And again, it's pretty much what we see in that trailer. It is essentially the HK mask 4 years later. It has cooled, melted a bit. The heat and the ash has all settled into it. The blood from the events of the 2018 film and Halloween Kills. And again, how screen accurate this is, well, that's anybody's guess at this point because we've not seen the movie and we know that they're going to take a bit of artistic license. But given that those previous designs, yeah, I think it's safe to say that, you know, this is our HN's mask. So what do you think about this little tease? Are you going to be snatching up some Fright Rags officially licensed Halloween Ends apparel when the pre-orders hit first week of September? And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be getting a design or two or three. Who knows? I mean, it's so hard. It's so hard to pick sometimes. It's so hard. But yeah, I'm gonna have to splurge and get something for me to be rocking on premiere night. You know, after I rock my my Myers suit and mask in theater for a little while and stalk some innocent theater goers. You know, anybody else do that on premiere night? I look forward to it. All right. Let's check in with the live chat here. See what you guys are saying. David says, looks like Michael's eyes are glowing red. Interesting observation, David Sewer. Should we be taking an even closer look at that? It might be, again, the way they are lighting this. I mean, the way I'm seeing it, I see what you mean. It does kind of look like that. Again, I kind of think this is a bit of artistic liberty, possibly, whereas the flames rising are kind of reflecting. And what I'm seeing is kind of just a bit of actual flesh behind the mask and not really the eyeball exactly, but I do see what you mean. Oxentine says if they have a beanie hat, he'll pre-order that. I've not seen a beanie hat in the Spirit collection yet, but we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. I've seen a beanie hat somewhere. You guys tell me. David Super asks, is Michael transcending? Interesting question. You mean like with no eyes? Let's see. Yeah, you guys are like me. I hope Fright Rags does more card sales for the trilogy. Yes, card sets. I'm waiting for those more vintage figure sets from '78 and the other films, but I'm all about that. Yes. Caffeinated, over caffeinated mentions the ultimate NECA ends figure. Yes. Jason Yost says he just bought a lot from our store. Excellent. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are into this stuff, check out our online store first, of course. And then, whenever possible, use those affiliate links that we embed in our website articles and also in the description down here. As I've explained before, it doesn't affect your price or your sale or anything. All it does is, in some cases, allows us to earn a very, very tiny commission off of the sale. And it just helps us, again, like being a channel member or a super chat or any of that stuff. It just helps, keep things running around here at HDN. So thank you. But yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff. A lot of the decor you see around here behind me, we've got those sets for sale. We've got full head masks. We've got a couple of the Haunt face masks left. If Jason didn't buy them all, I don't know. I haven't checked my notifications here since we've been live. But thank you. Thank you for that, man. When you get your products, again, share them on socials and be sure to tag us, and we will definitely repost, man. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, Rob says, agrees that Fright Rex needs to do more of the figures. Yeah, I mean, I think they will. I think it's just a matter of time. I hope. I mean, those did take like a year to ship out, so I don't know if there were complications with that, but. All right, so there you go. Lots of new merch. As you mentioned, Um, that's not all, of course. I mean, there's going to be tons of Halloween Ends merch coming. This year, in addition to that Fright Rags collection, I think it's probably a pretty safe bet that we're going to see a NECA figure or two before the film is released. Probably that Ultimate line Michael Myers from Halloween Ends. And I'm going to have to get that. You guys know I love my figures. I got the Ultimate 2018, the Ultimate Laurie 2018. The Ultimate Kills. I'm going to have to get the Ultimate Ends. So definitely looking forward to that announcement here in the next couple weeks as well. And the other big item that is definitely coming this year is the officially licensed Michael Myers Halloween Ends mask from Trick or Treat Studios. Now, I've already told you guys in recent weeks that I am pretty much in constant communication with our sales rep at Trick or Treat Studios. Once they are given permission to take pre-orders, and again, this is all up to Universal. It's not up to Blumhouse. It's not up to Trick or Treat. It's up to Universal when Trick or Treat can officially unveil their product and when they can start taking pre-orders on it. And according to that, then Trick or Treat then authorizes us and all of their other authorized sellers that we can also take pre-orders on it. I think last year they gave themselves a few days head start or something of exclusive pre-order time before everybody else could. I forget exactly what it was last year, but it was actually handled pretty smooth, a lot smoother than the 2018 rollout, which there were some issues with. If you guys remember, I'm not going to get into it. I think you guys probably remember what I'm talking about. But the 2021 HK rollout was much smoother. I'm hoping that it's going to be that way with HNs. Like I said, I am talking to our sales rep at least on a weekly basis right now because we've got, as I've said, a ton of those masks already ordered. They're going to be coming. We're going to be among the first in the country around the time that the Spirits in the Party Cities are getting them in their store. We're going to have them in our store as well. Whether or not that's going to be in time for these next two cons, I mean, probably not for Mad Monster. Maybe for Haunted Screams, though, in all seriousness, I would imagine that that's a very real possibility. What I can tell you about the HN's mask, though, that we do know, and again, I reported on this a few weeks back, but just a reminder, whereas the 2018 mask and most of the previously released Halloween Michael Myers masks from Trick or Treat Studios were priced at the $60 range, the HK was priced at $70. We have been told that the retail price for the HN's mask is going to be $80. So they've said that once we see it, everybody will understand why this price increase had to be. So that, I can't wait to share with you guys. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm as anxious and excited to see it as you guys. But so start stashing away a little bit of cash, just a little bit of extra. It's not going to be that $60 mark this year. It's going to be $80, but it is the officially licensed Halloween Ends. And again, think about ordering it from us here at HDM because we are going to be getting a bunch of them in stock in the next few weeks, I would imagine. I don't have, again, an official date. I keep checking, saying, can you at least give me an estimate? And their answer is always, as it was last year, it all depends on the studio. And but judging from years prior, it was right around now that that reveal and those pre-orders went up. So it's definitely not going to be long now that first trailer is out. And I think any day now we're still going to be getting a few more official still images from the film where we're going to have some high-res looks at that mask. And then once that happens, then the official product photos can be released. The pre-orders can start, and it won't be long after that before we all have them in hand and can talk about it. So there's your update on Halloween Ends merch coming your way. We talked it last week. We didn't have a Michael Myers Monday live, but we did go live on Tuesday for an HDN live special report, and during that, we did discuss another recent test screening for Halloween Ends, and where it reportedly received a standing ovation. And again, I am not actively looking for reactions from these test screenings because I don't particularly want to be exposed to more spoilers than I'm already probably going to be exposed to just by doing my job here at HDN. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not trying to actively seek out stuff like that. But seeing that headline come across the feed, a little hard to ignore and a little hard not to be a little excited for that. So if they've landed on some cut of this movie of something that gets audiences cheering like that, but after thinking about it for about 2 more seconds, I did think, well, a standing ovation, does that mean that the good guys win in this? And it's a big inspirational climax at the end or something? I don't know if that's what it means. I'm not saying it is. But it would be kind of hard for all the good guys to die and then all the fans to clear up. I do have an idea of how it could be a really crowd-pleasing moment, but also a brutal death scene. But I might share that in a future broadcast when we get a little bit closer. But you guys give me your thoughts on that and what you think might earn a standing ovation from your local theater when you go see Halloween Ends in just 2 months from now. I mean, here we are. It is Monday, August 8th, and we are pretty much exactly 2 months away. By this time in October, it will be 2 months from tonight. It will be release week, and we will be just days away from finally seeing this movie for the first time. So we are in it, guys. We are in the thick of it. Give me your thoughts on all of this. I can't wait to hear from you. All right, Sammy Gomez has checked in. Still a great price for those masks. Yeah, I agree. I mean, trick or treat, say what you want. And we've always said the paint jobs, they're always unique. They're always different. But what you're really buying is that base sculpt. And it is a movie accurate base sculpt. They worked hand in hand with Christopher Nelson. I mean, Justin Mabry worked on Christopher Nelson's team in 2018 to help design that 2018 mask. Yeah, it's a great price. You're not going to find a better version of that for that price. Is the bottom line. And I got a feeling that part of the reason why when they say, oh, when you'll see it, you'll know why we had to increase the price. I got a feeling it's because it is a complete new version of this mask, whereas on camera it looks a little different. I think it's going to be a very new, different Myers mask. Not radically different from what we've seen in this trailer, but again, when you see these HKs in the light and, not lit like they're in the film, even these, you can do a lot with lighting. You can do a lot with effects. You can do a lot with angles. And that's true of even the screen-used masks. But I got a feeling that this one is going to be a whole new animal, if you will. All right. So, well, Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Have I said that lately? Have I said that enough? I've said before, it doesn't have to be a drinking game at home, but it can be if you want. If you're into that. Every time I say Happy Michael Myers Monday, take a drink. All right. So you guys know, so that's our Halloween Ends update. Not much on the film itself. Exciting news about the standing ovation. The test screening sounds like they pretty seamlessly have worked in whatever additional filming they did. Doesn't sound like it was a whole lot. They worked it in. They've got a crowd-pleasing film right now. All that sounds super exciting. So you guys let me know what you think. You guys know here on Michael Myers Monday Live especially, I try whenever possible to give you guys something new, something that nobody else has seen. Whether it's something big or something small. Sometimes it's a first look at a brand new interview that we've done. And sometimes it's just, a new news item or something that we haven't talked about on our website or anywhere else on our socials or any prior videos or lives or anything like that. And I can't do it every week. It doesn't always work out. Whenever possible, I try to drop something a little new on you guys here on Mondays, especially for you guys on the Michael Myers Monday Live crew. I mean, all of our viewers, we love all of our viewers. You guys, live or not. And any of the other lives, even when it's not a Monday night, we love you. But you guys know, regular viewers know, you guys know, the Monday night crew, this is where the lives here on this channel started. We got a connection. So we try to hook up something cool for you guys whenever possible. So tonight, I'm excited because we are going to premiere something that we haven't shared anywhere else quite yet. And as you might have guessed, it is from Scares That Care Charity Weekend. That's right. Our rollout of our coverage from Scares That Care continues. You might have seen we've got a massive photo gallery up right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com from the event. We've also got highlights from the ET 40th Anniversary Q&A panel up. And just earlier today, we posted a cosplay highlights video. We've also got our complete convention floor walkthrough with a lot of vendor and exhibitor interviews that's going to be coming up and coverage of the other Q&A panels from the event as well. And among those is one of the coolest panels they did. They called it the Growing Up Horror panel. And this panel featured quite a few iconic young performers who gave us some of the most memorable and terrifying performances when they were just kids. So on this panel, you'll see, first up, why are we showing it on Michael Myers Monday? On this panel, you will see our friend, the great, the amazing, the awesome, the talented Danielle Harris. And, of course, who started her career at age 9 in Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, the 1988 sequel, and then reprised her role of Jamie Lloyd a year later for the sequel, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Now, when you watch this clip, this is Danielle speaking at this event. But you will see the other gentleman on stage with her that you might recognize, or you might not. But the gentleman on stage with her, from left, you'll see there's Danny Pintaro, who you remember from the classic sitcom Who's the Boss, as well as the horror classic Stephen King adaptation, Cujo. Next to him is Harvey Stevens, who played Damien himself in the original masterpiece, The Omen. And next to him is Mr. Danny Lloyd, who, in addition to his last name inspiring Alan B. McElroy to name Jamie Lloyd, he also played young Danny Torrance in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. So, an illustrious lineup here of child performers. And it was a really fun and cool panel. Now, this clip I'm going to play is a compilation of Danielle specifically for you guys talking about Halloween 4 and this franchise. You're going to see more from this panel when our full coverage is shared tomorrow, and that will include more from Danielle on other topics, as well as a lot of clips of the other gentlemen on this panel talking about their work in these films. But what you're going to see here tonight is just a compilation of just some of Danielle's best moments at this particular convention. And it's about 8 minutes long, so I'm going to take a little break here. I'm going to still be right here live. I'll be in the live chat so we can talk about it, but I'll be able to take a little breather here. We're going to play the clip, and again, nobody's seen this yet. And what you're going to see here in the beginning, she's talking a little bit about her audition process for Halloween 4, and she'll mention who it came down to. It was between her and another actress who became a well-known name in Hollywood. And we'll talk about the interesting what if this other actress had become our Jamie Lloyd. She was very close to becoming that character. And then you'll hear her talk a little bit about Halloween 5 and how the great Mustafa Akkad did a really kind and really cool gesture to help her experience the premiere and watch Halloween 5 for the first time. And then you're going to hear her go into a bit of a subject that you might recall she talked about some when I interviewed her in November of last year. In that interview, Danielle talked, quite frankly, about her feelings about child actors and about her hope that her sons do not become child performers, and that she's got some pretty strong opinions on the matter, and she goes into a bit of that in this clip, but you'll hear it prefaced with a bit of additional information that we didn't cover in our interview, and I think it's especially interesting listening to it here in this clip, in this environment, specifically with these other three gentlemen, because they're all there on this growing up horror panel, because they all at these very young ages, all of them like pre-10 years old, basically, making these landmark films in these and doing these what could be seen as very disturbing scenes and performances as well. So great panel all the way around. You'll be able to see a lot more of it in the full compilation. But right now, sit back and enjoy a little bit of the great Danielle Harris talking Halloween 4 and the challenges of being a child actor and her views on that. And then give me your thoughts in the live chat as we're watching, and in the comments below if you're watching this on a after the fact, on a replay. All right, so I am going to put on my ears as well, and we'll listen along together. And apologies in advance for any technical issues. If it doesn't start off right, we'll just have to restart it. That happens sometimes, but hopefully it'll work out right. All right, here we go.
And then he had me scream, and then he wanted to see if I could cry. I was 9, and I had taken acting classes, and the way that I was taught to cry was to stare and not blink until your eyes burn. And then once it gets going, then it just happens. So, and then I think the final call back was it was between myself and Melissa Joan Hart, actually, for the role of Jamie. So it could have been either one of us. So I just got lucky. Again, I think it's like, is she going to pay attention? And I was older and was short and looked younger and could play younger and listen on set, and they really can get away with a lot of stuff. so I got lucky. The premiere, I don't remember. I remember I couldn't go to the premiere for Halloween 5 for some reason. I was living in New York, so the producer, Mustafa Akkad, actually sent my mom like $5,000 and said, put on a premiere for her in your area. So we like rented a theater, and I had a limo, and like the whole cheesy thing you do in 1990. Invited all my friends that were far too young to watch the movie from junior high, or actually, well, no, I would be in like 6th grade, and packed the theater in Queens, and we all watched it, and it was crazy. It was really fun though.
That's the coolest 6th grade party ever.
We're all like hanging out of the roof with the limo. I wore some like sequined and orange ridiculous dress. I just went for it. I always get it with streaks and tips. It's like an aerosol spray that's supposed to make you look like you're dirty. It's like a brown color. Every time I smell that smell, and I immediately remember being on set.
Yeah, true.
Fullers, I think, is the stuff that they put on.
No, it's different. Fullers are just a powder that they put on you, but the streaks doesn't really have a smell. But the streaks and tips is like an aerosol spray that also looks like dirt. That has like that, really strong hairspray smell. But it's like very specific. And I remember when I came back for Rob Zombie's remake, I got in the van and Tyler Mane got in the front seat, and he had it on his costume. And as soon as he got in the van, I was like, oh my God, I'm 10 years old again. This is so crazy. Because I hadn't smelt it since then. But it immediately brought me back to that time, which was really cool. I wondered, nowadays they've got intimacy coordinators, and they've got COVID compliance officers, and there's all this stuff. And we did horror in the 70s and 80s, so we were saying earlier, this stuff wouldn't fly nowadays. But a lot of the stuff that we did was pretty intense for children to have to go through. And I think only once I had kids, I started thinking about, why there wasn't someone on set to sort of talk the child out of, your body doesn't know that you're an actor, right? So you're a kid, and you have to think that there's got to be some sort of PTSD or something in your, this is getting a little deep, but some sort of memory in your cells that holds on to that stuff, it's very difficult, and it's really interesting to watch kids on set in horror, and I've seen it now. I've had kids now finally in movies, where I play the mom, and I'm always watching, and how easily you can slip into these characters and then cut, and you're like, I'm good. That was so fun, and like there's a crazy disconnect that happens, and I just wish there was someone on set that was sort of helping talk us through, because it's not scary, because there's a bunch of people around, but I wonder what it does. Like, I mean, as an adult, I've, been chased and hyperventilated and crying and have a hard time shaking it off. So I wonder what that does to kids, over the years, because you're still growing. Your body, your brain is still developing. There's a lot of stuff. I started having some health issues when I got in my 30s. And thought, like, when I started doing a lot of horror, when I came back for Robson, started doing a lot of stuff, and I thought, God, I wonder if this is related to any of that stuff. But it's an interesting thing, because, as parents don't want to be the one to be, there are only very few parents of kid actors have been like, my kid's not doing that scene, or they're not doing that, because you're scared. As a parent, you don't want to be the one that pulls your kid off set, or be difficult to work with, or because you get a stigma, and then you'll never work again. And a lot of us have to support our families, unfortunately, or it was always like my least favorite question is usually, did you always know you wanted to be an actor? I was like, I wanted to be a fucking princess. I wanted to be like, you don't know what an actor is when you're a child. You just want to make everyone happy, and you want to make have your mom and dad be proud of you, and get those kudos when you're at work, and you get toys, and you get, you don't get to get out of school, and it's like, yeah, I get to go do this movie. That means I don't have to go to school every single day. How awesome. And I get to order French fries on room service, and I'm 10. How amazing is this? And I just have to sign a piece of paper, and I get it whenever I want it. So I think it's different. And I mean, we didn't grow up with social media, thank God. Thank God. I don't know how these kids do it nowadays. It's just fucking devastating. YouTube and parents making their kids work and all kinds of weird shit. But so I have mixed feelings. I'm anti-kids being in the business. I had a great experience on set, though. Like, my home life was a little crazy. My life on set was like my happy place. It was really important as a kid for me to have structure. I loved going to work because I knew what time I had to be there. I knew when lunch was going to be. I knew when I got to go home. I knew what the day was like, and I had all these people around me that did their jobs, and everything was like, regimented. So for me, it was a really good place to have structure. It's kind of like sports for kids that come from troubled homes. Like, they need that in order to not go down the wrong path. So for me, that's what kid acting realistically was. But it's child acting is, and I went through the same thing as you, that like weird period where everybody was super skinny and I wasn't all-American girl, I wasn't the CW and the WB material and all that bullshit that we all had to go through. And so I just rebelled and like cut all my hair and gained weight and was like, fuck you, fuck off, I'm gonna do whatever I wanna do. And then eventually it kind of came back and started playing, more authentic characters. But there was a good 10 years where I was like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. This is too hard, man. The transition, kid actor to adult actor, either you quit or you fight through it and somehow come out on the other side. But they're few and far between, that's for sure. I don't know. I still don't know if I want to be an actor. It depends on the job. Like, I hate the process of getting the job, But once you're on set, I'm like, oh, I love what I'm doing. I love those moments where you get to connect and like work with awesome actors and awesome people, and you have those authentic moments where you're like, wow, I was really out of my body and connecting right there, and that just felt really good. So, it's a love-hate relationship.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive look at the Growing Up Horror panel from Scares of Care Charity Weekend. Again, that was an amazing event as a whole. Great weekend. But that particular panel was awesome. I mean, I love all of the films that all of them are so known for. And Danielle even says at the beginning of it, I wasn't recording yet, but she says that, you know, all of the other panels she always does are Halloween related. This was the first time she was up there with other, talking about child actors specifically, and child actors in horror specifically. And so it is kind of a unique thing. Now, what you saw there, that's a good chunk of it, but that's actually not even a third of everything that's in our coverage from that particular panel. So you're going to see lots more, including those other three guys talking about their iconic roles as well when the full video is published tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, if not tomorrow, later this week. But so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss that. You're going to want to see that whole thing, especially if you love The Shining, The Omen, Cujo, Who's the Boss. Anyway, they're great. They're all really cool, and they've all got some interesting stories to tell. It was cool. I did speak to Danielle a little bit after that, and it was just kind of cool talking to her and seeing her the first time we had talked since our interview in November of last year. So it was kind of cool to see her in person again and speak to her for a few minutes. And she, as she says, and as you'll see in another clip from that panel, she is very excited, looking forward to the upcoming horror movie called Natty Knox, in which she reunited with her Halloween 4 director, Dwight Little. And he also directed her in Marked for Death. But this is the first time they've worked together in over 30 years. And it's a horror movie. And she actually plays a mom in it. And we don't know much about it. It's shrouded in secrecy. But she is very excited for it and is pretty confident that we, the Jamie Lloyd Halloween Michael Myers audience, are going to love it. So I think that's something we can all look forward to. And we also spoke a little bit about how that particular convention, Scares That Care Charity Weekend, is unique in the world of conventions. Danielle's done them all, and we've been lucky enough to attend a lot of them. But Scares is unique, and that's why it is bittersweet that they've discontinued their charity weekend events for the time being, at least, because you see exactly where that money is going, and it's going to some truly great causes. Scaresetcare.org if you want to learn more and become involved in that. Anyway, they're a great cause. Anyway, thanks to Danielle for talking to us. And again, you can see much more from that entire epic Q&A panel right here on the HDN channel, coming very soon. You're not going to want to miss any of that. All right, I'm going to turn over here into the live chat before we do some shout outs. And then we're going to get out of here because it's after midnight. Phil enjoyed it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Rob says, cool. Good to hear what she had to say. Thank you. David, thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Brian, what about Jimmy Lloyd from H2? That's a good point. Is that truly his last name? Is it? Is that canon? I don't know. I guess you guys tell me. Is that truly Jimmy's last name? Is he definitely Jamie Lloyd's dad? Is that canon? If so, is there any true canon for this franchise that is a choose your own adventure franchise? I guess the answer is no. There is no true canon. So any possible canon is canon. So, but again, I guess it remains if that's truly his last name, though. If that's been actually revealed. Rob says, sorry, Matt. It does say Spirit exclusive on the front of the box with a black sticker. My bad, bro. Okay, see. Okay, they did put a sticker on it. So it's basically the box pictured on the website, but they put the Spirit exclusive sticker on it. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I really appreciate that, man. And feel free to still send shots or tag me on IG or whatever. I'd love to see it up close. Because now I'm probably going to have to hunt mine down out in the wild and fight some other Halloween fanatics for it. But that's all right. I'm coming to your store, Christopher, in Charlotte. I'm coming there in 2 weeks when I'm out there for Mad Monster. I'm coming to your spirit, man. I'm gonna be looking for you. Okay? Thank you, 90s. Sammy says, great clip. Thank you. I appreciate that. $1 Million Eyes fans named him Jimmy Lloyd. It's not true film-wise. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if it's ever been truly spelled out in any of the timelines. But you guys let me know if I'm missing it. But I thought that's what it was. It was more of like a kind of a fan thing, which is cool. And yeah, it ties in with that. But that's the way I always took it, personally. Rob, you sent it on IG. Thank you. I will be checking your and Jenny's messages as soon as I'm done here tonight. I appreciate that, guys. And I'll just go ahead and say that any of you guys can feel free, reach out to us, tag us on socials, send us messages. Again, sometimes if it goes in the requests box, it might take me, a day or two to get it or whatever. Another way, you can always hit us up, aside from the live chats, and definitely let us know. Comments down below. I'm going to see all of them. And also, you can always email us directly through our contact page at Halloween Daily News. It's just HalloweenDailyNews.com/contact. And you just fill out the page, and it'll go right to our main email, and I'll see that as well. And even if it's just say, hey, it's so-and-so from the Triple M live chat, just letting you know I just sent you a photo on IG or tagged you or whatever. If you got the time or whatever. But thank you for letting me know about that, guys. I will definitely be checking those and sharing those after we get out of here. All right, looks like everybody appreciated that clip. I appreciate your appreciation. Yeah, she's really cool, as you guys know. I mean, we're all fans here. No secret, we're all fans. And again, I did link my interview with Danielle Harris in the description of this video. I did think to do that one before we started. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already when we're done here. It was a fun conversation. Again, we get a little bit into that subject and a lot of other cool stuff, even outside the franchise. You guys are talking about what a great actress she is. I totally agree. I think we as horror fans and Halloween franchise fans see that, respect that, recognize that. I think as a whole in Hollywood, entirely underrated. But that's so many of our horror icons are so underrated in the established Hollywood genre. Like Bill Moseley's another one. He's such a phenomenal actor. He could do absolutely anything in the world you gave him. And we know it, and a lot of genre actors and filmmakers know it, but does Hollywood really recognize that the way they should? I think Danielle kind of falls in that category too. It's just really, really great performers. Check out Steak Lane if y'all haven't before. She's amazing in that. Might be my favorite film as far as her acting. And she's got minimal dialogue even, but yet it's all just there in the act. I just love that movie anyway. We talk a lot about that one in the interview. It's fun. And her work with Tarantino on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. We talked about that in the interview. It was a fun interview because she's worked with all of my favorite filmmakers and has just made amazing choices throughout her career. So it was fun for me to be able to geek out, not just on the obvious Halloween 4 or 5 Rob Zombie films stuff, but some of these other ones that I feel like don't get enough light shown on them regularly enough. So, all right. 90 says, just found your Instagram. Awesome. Thank you. Erica says, D. Wallace is amazing. Danielle is amazing. They are both so amazing. They really are. Yes, it was great seeing D again. If you remember, I also interviewed D. Wallace. This was a few years back. This was at Mad Monster Party. You can find that one at HalloweenDailyNews.com as well. She was amazing. And it was great seeing her again. I actually did get to say hi to her. It was very brief, but we got to speak a little bit. She told me that she remembers our prior interview. And again, I don't know if she means that, but it's always nice when she says that. I'll take it as she remembers us. So that was nice to hear, and just always cool and great to see her. And if you watch that ET panel, that was a great one. A lot of good stuff happening there. All right, let's move on to some shout outs. Actually, before we get into Triple M shout outs, one shout out I want to give is to another friend of ours, another franchise alum that we absolutely love, and another couple people. All of these people I've interviewed, well, almost all people in this photo. Our friend Tamara Glenn, who played Samantha in Halloween 5. She reunited with Halloween 5's Michael Myers, Don Shanks, at the recent Oklahoma City HorrorCon. And who else was there but our buddy James Jude Courtney? And there is James' lovely girlfriend, of course. And this is an iconic picture right here. This is Tamara. She shared this earlier today. There's Don next to her. There's James on the end. And that's James' girlfriend, Sarah, there next to, in between the two Michaels. And here we go. I mean, Halloween 5 Michael Myers and our current Michael Myers and our pal Tamara. I've been lucky enough to interview all of them. I haven't interviewed Sarah yet, but I interviewed Don, and Tamara was one of our earliest interviews at HDN, one of our very first interviews after we launched 10 years ago. And has been a friend of the brand and just a friend to Sue and myself ever since. Don Shanks, again, I interviewed back at that epic 2015 flashback weekend in Chicago, and we've seen him many times since as well. And of course, you guys know James is our guy, the greatest, the best, and they look great. So again, this is not a Michael Myers Monday shout out, but it is because Tamara shared it today. Even if she didn't realize that she did. And just great to see all these people because we love all these people. Literally, they're all awesome. And you can read my interviews with Tamara and Don and my very first interview with James from 2018 at HalloweenDailyNews.com. And you can watch my more recent interviews with James, our video interviews, also elsewhere on this channel. And the links are in the description of this video as well. All right, now we're going to move on to some actual Michael Myers Monday shout-outs, shall we? All right, so starting off over here on Twitter, got to give a shout-out to Terror in the Aisles at Aisles of Terror, letting us know that as of today, we've got 66 more days until Halloween Ends arrives in theaters. And this is a shout out to Terror of the Isles because they are on this literally every single day. Every day, letting us all know, reminding us how many days we've got to go, how many fewer days we've got to wait for the big screen return of The Shape. Another one from Twitter today. This is from Autumn Love at 1722 Autumn. And I think we've seen this one before, but it's always good to see The Shape doing a happy dance with a happy fan. That's right. That's all you need on Michael Myers Monday. If that doesn't make you smile and just make your heart feel good, then I don't think anything will. All right, let's move over to Instagram now. This is from Cottage Haunts, who says, loving all the decorations going out around town. More of our finds at DIY projects coming soon. Now, this is at Lowe's. You've seen us covering Lowe's. We can tell by the signage in the background. This is at a Lowe's store where I am told that the official in-store launch date is not until August 15th, but we also know for a fact that some stores are not waiting. They are essentially ignoring the schedule. And this is that new Michael Myers, officially licensed from Halloween 2. He was actually first released in 2020, but This is a slightly upgraded version produced by Jenny. He's exclusively available from Lowe's this year. And you can see they've added the bullet hole wounds in the jumpsuit. The mask doesn't look bad from this angle from what we can see. He looks pretty good there. And some of the other items we know are coming to Lowe's. So thanks to Cottage Haunts for sharing that. Also from Instagram, this comes from Chelsea Marie P, who says she hears Mikey is looking for babysitters and she happily volunteers. And she says yesterday's Halloween hunting at Spirit was a success. And she got that new knife you can see right there. I don't know that it's new for 2022, but it is definitely back for the 2022 season. The Michael Myers knife sign. Nice. Also from Instagram, this is at ASHR Tattoos, who says never too early for Halloween. Am I right? We can't argue there. Michael Myers done today to start the week off. I always love the fresh ink. And yeah, this is the way to kick off your Michael Myers Monday, going and getting some ink like this. Live it forever. Death has come. I dig that on the blade right there. Love the dedication. And finally, from Instagram, this comes from our friend at Average Jam, who says, Happy Michael Myers Monday. Love that this image from our Halloween is Canceled film is still getting made into memes to this day. Average Jam played Michael Myers in the Halloween is Canceled 2022 quarantine-themed parody film. Seek it out. Check it out if you haven't already. You probably already saw it because everybody saw it in 2020. But this is a still from that. And as you can see, the meme is something that I think we can all relate to right now when you're ready for October, but it's only August. Yeah, I think we can all relate to that. I think you guys, better than most, can sympathize with that. You know what I'm saying. All right, we're going to turn over here one last time tonight to the live chat. And then we are going to close it out tonight, guys. This has been rad. Rob, 2 months from Sunday, sir. Yes, sir, the big day. 2 months from this Sunday. When we gather next Monday, we're going to be less than 2 months away. It's crazy. It's already here. It's insane. All right, give me your thoughts down in the comments. Let me hear from you, and plan to join us every Monday. Now, there will be some Mondays where it was like last week where we're on the road. For example, after Mad Monster Expo, that's going to be another one where we're going to be on the road all day. And most likely, there won't be a live show that evening. Now, if they drop a new trailer or something that day, we'll probably figure out a way to make it happen. But short of that, we probably won't. But again, that's why I urge you subscribe and turn on the notifications, because there's going to be more and more live streams where we just go live, whether it's a Monday or not, for breaking news. And there's a lot of breaking news coming, not just from Halloween Ends, not just from the Halloween movie franchise, but from everything else we're covering here at Halloween Daily News and the HDN channel. Now, into September, into October, right up and through October 31st. So there's a lot going on. Every week we're going to be doing the Michael Myers Monday lives, all things considered, permitting. But we're also going to be doing other HDN Live special events, live episodes of the Halloween show, and lots more. So you're not going to want to miss any of that. Now, the next thing you're going to want to look for is tomorrow, when that panel, that Q&A panel with Danielle and those other guys from those other classic films, and you're going to get to hear lots more from that, including their experiences working on the films, getting their parts, and going to events like Scares That Care and meeting crazy fans like us and how awesome it is. It's a really cool, fun panel. From there's going to be lots more from Scares That Care. Like I said, we've got our main convention floor photo galleries up now. Earlier today, we posted a cosplay gallery. We've got our vendor floor walkthrough video is coming. We've got other Q&A panels with Shawnee Smith, Barbara Hershey, Kerr Smith. A lot of cool stuff coming that you're not going to want to miss. And a few other surprises here and there as well. And that's in addition to our regular breaking news stories, which we cannot predict, and we cannot tell you when they're coming, because when it happens, it happens. And that might happen tomorrow morning. There's a lot of stuff going on right now that we're covering. It's an exciting time. A lot of announcements, a lot of reveals, and we are all over all of it. Again, I urge you, come out and hang out with us at Mad Monster Expo at the end of this month. And if you are anywhere in the Virginia Tidewater area of Virginia Beach, any of that area, you definitely want to come and join us for Haunted Screams Expo. It is happening 2 days only, September 17th and 18th. And it is a Haunters event. It is a horror con. It is a horror movie fan event. Like I said, Brad Lurie's going to be there. Andrew Bernarski from the Chainsaw remake and the prequel from earlier this century, the early part of this century. It's crazy to say that, but it's been that long ago, believe it or not. We could say that. And lots of other cool people. Ray Wise is going to be there. Just a lot of awesome people. David Naughton, American Werewolf in London. I could go on and on and on. But a lot of cool people are going to be there. We're going to be there. If you can't be there at either of those events, then be here on the channel, because we're going to be doing live reports just like we did from Scares That Care. I appreciate you guys checking those out. Look for more stuff like that. And, of course, we're going to have interviews and convention Q&A panel coverage. So much more coming your way from all of that. So that's what you have to look forward to. Just a little taste of what you have to look forward to here. As always, I look forward to hearing more from you. And I invite you to comment down below. And even if you don't have a comment, even if you don't have any thoughts, just light up a pumpkin down in the comment section below, because, you know, that'll help with the YouTube algorithms and all that good stuff as well. We appreciate it. And throw us a like if you don't mind. I think I covered all the instructions, all the pleas for algorithm help there. I think we got it all covered. All right, guys, it is after midnight. We're going on almost 2 hours since we started this Triple M live show. So, as always, I cannot thank you guys enough for joining me. This has been amazing. You guys rock. You are the best audience. You just are. Again, I hope to and look forward to seeing some of you and connecting with some of you in our travels here in the next few weeks. And those of you that can't join us, then you can definitely still join us right here on the channel. Think about the $5 a month club join, membership join. Subscribe if you haven't already. And plan on joining us every week for Michael Myers Monday Live. Use the hashtag, tag us, shoot us your photos. And again, thank you for those purchases earlier. That really means a lot. Thank you guys for sending me your photos from out in the wild. That means a lot. Keep it up. And I'll keep sharing, and we'll keep sharing, and we'll keep discussing it all right here. All right, guys. You guys are the best. Till next time, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching. And happy Michael Myers Monday!